So, good evening, everyone. Again, I know it's a long time since we met last time. We will do a couple of things today. In fact, going forward, every session we will do like this. Half of the session, we will discuss a concept for your interview, some topic that is really useful for the interview. I will introduce the topic, I will give you hints, and you can share your questions. You can ask questions, we can share your I will share my experience, your experience. That will be on one topic. The other half, we will do mock interview. So every session, we will do a mock interview. Through that, also, you can learn better. Yeah, so this way, it's not just a lecture from me on one side, but you also learn uh, things by doing, by experience. Is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Excellent. So today, what we will do is first we will look at the concept for some time. Yeah, I will give you a good concept called SOAR approach, SOAR. Already we would have discussed the SWOT analysis, right? Everyone knows what SWOT analysis is. What is SWOT analysis? What is SWOT?
Strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats.
Excellent. So strength is what you are good at, and also to a good extent what you like doing in a way. Weakness is where you have to improve, and what are the challenges you face and everything. Opportunity is based on your strength, what are the areas where you will shine. And threat is because of your weaknesses, where which opportunities you may lose, for example, or what you're in danger of losing. Roughly, actually. Yeah. Now, in an interview, why is this important? Because we saw that in interviews, generally, most of the questions are standard. Whether you are a fresher in college attending your campus interviews, or outside out of campus interviews, or someone with an experience, less experience, more experience, some questions are standard. The most standard question, can you tell me? We saw many times. What is most standard question? First question they will ask in any interview.
Tell about yourself, sir.
Yeah, say something about yourself. And as we saw that say something about yourself is a chance for you. It is an opportunity, not a threat. Understand? So, in fact, as I said, any interview at any experience level, you have the power to direct the interview in the direction you want. So, whatever you say in the early stages of the interview determines what the interviewer asks you. And so, whether you are not well prepared and say something that you are not prepared for, and the interview goes in that direction, or you are decently or well prepared, and for example, you say some things which the interviewer latches onto and then asks further questions in the direction, and you are already prepared for that and you do well in the interview. It's in your hands. So the first question, say something about yourself, is a very good starting point. So you can prepare very well, because there's nothing called a surprise here, because it's a standard question and whatever you prepare is about you, and there's no right or wrong, and the interviewer does not know about you. So the interviewer, that's the first chance, get to know you. And don't think, as I said, just because you shared your resume, they would know everything about you. Because 99% of the time, the first ever time the interviewer will look at your resume is when you are sitting in front of them. So they want to use it as an opportunity, say something about yourself, and then they'll be looking at the resume. You don't have to parrot everything that is said in the resume. You should not. Of course, you have to. It's not that, hey, these are the points in resume. I will eliminate everything. I will say something completely different. No, you should talk something that's in the resume, but not like a repetition. So make it very exciting. You will get 1 minute, 2 minutes, depending on the nature of the interview and everything. You will get a couple of minutes. And here is where I talked about elevator pitch in the past. So always assume the other person has very less attention span. You have got very less time. So first of all, dump whatever you think about yourself or all the points on a piece of paper, then prioritize them, the most important to the least important. What you do not want to miss, you give in the first few sentences, and then the additional supporting things next. And then the idea is, if the interviewer suddenly says, enough, we will move on, maybe after two or three sentences, what you do not want the interviewer to miss should be in the first few sentences. And if you get additional time, then you can talk the next sentences. Like that, you have to prepare. And elevator pitch, all of you know, you get 10 seconds, 20 seconds. That's the thing. But prepare something for 2 minutes. That's your say something about yourself. A related question is, what are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? Uh, where do you want to work for our company and all this? And even if they do not ask you very specifically what are your strengths and weaknesses, it is good to prepare and even talk about it, not directly but indirectly in your first part. Say something about yourself because this is your chance. They're not asking any specific question. It's a very generic question. There's no right or wrong answer because there was no specific question asked, and it's about yourself. You know the best about yourself. No one else knows. If you're going to, I'm not asking you to lie. You should not. But you also don't have to worry about detailed specifics because, for example, if you have done something, you have done something. Yes. So these are opportunities for you to say something about yourself and impress. First impressions are usually the best impressions, right? So this is your best chance. At that time, you can talk about your strengths and weaknesses and everything. But we talked about SWOT and we talked about Johari window, for example, what you know about yourself, what others know about yourself, right? What you know and what you know but others don't know, and what others know but you don't know, the blind spots, what no one else knows. The four quadrants. Based on that, you can make a SWOT analysis and everything. One of the techniques to make a SWOT analysis, like SWOT, this is SOAR. The S and O is the same, strengths and opportunities. But instead of weakness and threat, we talk about aspiration and result. So SOAR, strength, opportunity, aspiration, and results. Yeah. So similar to SWOT analysis, uh, but even when we discuss SWOT analysis, I told you prepare the S and W, O and T you can leave for the moment. So same here, strength is strength, what you're good at, what you're, in fact, to some extent, what you like and everything. O is same, opportunity, like we discussed earlier. Aspiration is what you want to do. It covers the question, what do you want in life? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What, what is close to your heart? What excites you? What energizes you? What makes you get out of bed every morning and make you do things, spend the day, go to college, go to work? What you want to do technically or whatever it is. It can be partly what you want to do in continuation of your college. You want to enter the same domain, engineering, what you're doing in the short term, and maybe in the long term, you want to have a startup or you want to do that social service. It could be anything. What basically motivates you? What are your aspiration? You all know the meaning of the word aspiration, right? It's a common word. And result is how exactly that future, bright future you want, right, looks like. If you say after 2 years you have been successful, right? What does it mean? After 2 years, if someone will say, hey, you are now having 2 years of experience after your college, do you think you are now successful? Success means different things for different people, and for the same person, different things at different periods of life and career. We also discussed this. Maybe when you are in school, they ask you what you want to become, you say, I want to become a pilot, I want to become a social service person, I want to become a police officer, I want to become a scientist, rocket scientist, astronaut. But then as you grow higher in school, for example, you come to 10th, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th, you are picking and choosing. You would also you want to become a famous chemistry research scientist. But in 11th and 12th, you pick commerce group. So your things change based on your likes change, you experience things, you hear things, you understand more things. There are lots of situations, external situations that influence your understanding. Sometimes willingly, sometimes unwillingly, you are forced to choose some things. So it changes. And then after 12th, you pick and choose an engineering stream, which may be the same or may be different from what you want to do in your 11th and 12th. And during the 4 years of engineering, your likes change. You may go into higher studies, or you may go for campus, or you may go recruitment and you may go for a job. And most of the time, the job you do and what you studied may not be the same. So at every stage of your life, even to your first job, your aspirations, where you want to be, what you want, what your definition of success keeps changing. Technically, success should not be dependent on what you do. Success can be an end thing itself. Usually, we see success as a means to something. What makes you happy? Living a successful life. Getting success makes me happy. That's what we all say, right? Here's a very important lesson. Flip the thought. That's actually, yeah, that's a better thought process. What you consider as success, being happy, I will consider that as success. You always think having a successful career will make me happy. But success changes. I told you. Your definition of success changes as you go through school, college, your job, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years of experience, 15, 20 years. In your private life, you get married, you get children, your family situation changes. You get lots positive, negative, so many experience you get. So you'll always be chasing happiness because your definition of happiness is dependent on what success is, and your definition of success keeps changing. Are you following what I say? Do you understand? But
Yes, sir.
if you flip the thought process, I don't consider myself happy because I'm successful. I consider myself successful if I'm happy. No, you see, it's a simple thing. Being happy is an end. You want to be happy. And if you're happy, you say, I have been successful. And what makes you happy? Usually, what's in your heart. Of course, if your heart and head align with each other, you understand the meaning of heart and head, right? What I talk. What you love to do and what you think you're good at doing. If it aligns, it's always good, but not all the time. Sometimes you'll be doing things that you don't like. It's okay. It's not every time in life and career we get to do things what you love. So you cannot say I will only do the job or I will only do some things when I get what I like. Not necessarily. That's called patience. So there are two things, faith and patience are very important things in life. Sometimes we will not get things that we really crave for, that we love immediately. So you should have patience till it comes. But patience does not mean simply summa உட்கார்ந்திருக்கிறது simply sitting and waiting. Patience means you are doing your duty, but you're okay if the results don't come immediately. It's okay. It may sound philosophical, do your duty, don't expect the result. The idea is you do your work, whatever you're getting, keep doing it, but believe, faith. Have faith in what? In yourself. Have faith in the process. What is the process? Process means doing things sincerely. That's called process. You have faith in yourself, have faith in the process. I know what I want at this point in my life and career. I know what I need to do, or whatever I don't know, also to a good extent, I'm aware. If I am not sure, I know the Johari window. I talk to people, I establish networks, I talk to the right people, I can understand things. And I also know that whatever I need, whatever I love to do, I will not get immediately. But whatever I'm getting now, whatever is thrown at me, whatever life gives me, I'm doing it sincerely. That is called a professional. Believe me, take this for your entire career. Take this to your retirement, take this to your grave. Anything that is given, do sincerely. I tell you, right, when you're early in your career, what did I say? What should you be ready to do?
To be sincere in whatever we do.
You should be ready to clean the toilet or sweep the floor if you're asked to. No dignity of labor. அதை விட வேற என்ன பெரிய வேலை. Understood? So, everything has a learning. Whatever you do has a learning. Whatever you don't do also has a learning. Whatever you get has a learning. Whatever you don't get has a learning. So don't say this is small. I will ignore. This is big. I will go behind it. Every small thing that you get or do not get, you like or you do not like, has a learning. The only purpose for you at this stage of life is to learn and do and do and do. There are no prizes for simply sitting. Even if you are doing a small, stupid, silly thing, that's a big value. You will not see it today. You will not see it today. If someone shows you a caterpillar, na, that worm, and says in a few days it will become a butterfly, if you do not know, for you guys will know. Imagine you take to a small kid, you show that kid, him or her, a caterpillar, and then tell the child, in a few days you'll get a beautiful butterfly. What will the child do?
It will be eagerly waiting for the days.
And what else?
He might frequently check on it.
Yeah, but the most important thing, the child will not believe you. But if I tell you, you will believe. But there's no relationship between the caterpillar and the butterfly. If you see a butterfly, can you believe? Will you think, "Oh, where is a caterpillar in it?" For example, can you see? You can't. A caterpillar and butterfly are completely, they look completely different. You cannot predict a butterfly on seeing a caterpillar. You cannot look at a butterfly and say this was a caterpillar only recently. It's called transformation. But the transformation happened over a period of time, over many days. It has to go through a process called metamorphosis through a cocoon. You know this, right? This is science. Simple science. You don't need to believe in magic or miracle. It's simple science. Maybe it defies logic. That is what is called faith. You know you are good. If I ask you, are you good? What will be your statement? Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Some people ask, good means good at? No, I never asked you anything. I just asked you, what are you good? Yeah. Basically, every single human being, every single person is good at something. The purpose in life is not to keep complaining, cribbing, I'm not good at this, I blah 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 blah. Purpose instead is to find what you are good at. Never look at it. I am a chemical engineer, or I am an EC, electronics communication engineer, or triple E person, electrical electronics. I am not good in this. And so far 10 companies have come for campus interview, and all the 10 companies are asking these questions. I've taken the question bank from all these companies, from previous experience, from my placement office, or from the previous candidates. I don't think I can clear those interviews. I am not good at. No, 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 no. Sometimes you have to work on your challenges, your improvements, weaknesses, because you need. You cannot keep on saying, my life's ambition is to do economics, great thing. But then what are you doing in engineering? Right? Sometimes you have to work on your weaknesses. But most of the time, the purpose in life is to keep searching for what you are good at. You may find it today. Tarun, you may find it today. Ram, you may find it tomorrow. Shweta may find it day after tomorrow. Vishali, you would have found it already. But all this time, have two things: faith and patience. Faith in yourself, faith in the process that I am good at. I also know what I may be good at or I don't know, but I'm keeping on searching and I will find why. Because I have not stopped learning and I have not stopped doing. Since I know myself, I know I am someone who keeps learning and who keeps doing, I will find it. It's just a matter of time. And I will not compare myself with the next person who got it yesterday or today. I may find it tomorrow, day after tomorrow, after a year, after 5 years. Because I don't know about others. Others don't know about me, but I know about myself. Time, patience. இந்த ரெண்டும் இருந்துச்சுன்னா, you will find. So this now getting back to the SOAR, SOAR, strength and opportunity, aspiration and result. So what success means? That's where this discussion started. So you can write. How do you see? Don't write being happy makes me I'll believe successful. That's correct. But write concrete things. What makes you happy? For example, take a 2 year window. In 2 years, what will success look like? I have landed a job in a campus interview. In some companies, list of companies, any one of the top tier companies or whatever companies in my favorite area, or I'd have cleared UPSC. I'd be sitting as an additional district collector, deputy district collector, or whatever IPS officer. I'd be wearing a cap, IPS officer, or I could be in IFS. I- I'll be sitting waiting for my deputation to a foreign country, to some embassy or something. Or I already would be working on cutting edge technology like AI or something, whatever, right? AI, ML, or whatever in some company. It could be anything. So assignment for you. Yes, make a SOAR analysis. Don't do too much. Already you did a SWOT. Take elements from it. If you see you have to update or change some elements of the S and O, do it. But add aspiration and result. So you understood? Any questions or your comments?
Nothing,
Sir,
sir.
how can we expect the results, sir? We didn't have any result in our hand, right? We couldn't
Result? Yeah.
expect yes, in the SOAR
It's
analysis.
called the power of visualization. That's the
Okay.
power of visualization. Sometimes you imagine yourself having already achieved it. Simply assume that you're wearing all this tie and whatever it is, sitting in an interview and acing the interview. It is called a self-fulfilling prophecy. You believe it. Believe me. Again, no magic, no miracle, no philosophy. It is science. It's a power of visualization. You become what you believe. It's very easy. Ron, what do you want? What kind of company you want to work in? Tell me.
Sir, the company has uh,
You're in your
with
final
deals
year.
and leads with power electronics, sir. Yes, sir.
You're in your final year. You want to work in a company that does power electronics, and you want to get a job
Power
doing
electronics.
power electronics, say development, whatever it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Power electronics is what is it? Power electronics. What is the name of it? I forgot. SFT or whatever. What is it? Thing I don't know. I forgot. Power electronics things. It's long since I did. Okay, great. So, what are some companies that do power electronics? Example.
Sir, Amitech Instruments. Uh, then ELG, every Samsung, every electronics company, sir. Every uh, more there are more companies, sir. I am listing some companies like Samsung,
Yes.
LG,
Hmm.
Amitech, main Amitech, sir.
Hmm. Okay. Now, visualize that the company is coming to interview and you have cleared the interview. Your first day of the job you are going after you finish your studies, sitting, and then say after 2 years you are going from a junior developer to a senior developer. And you're given responsibility to guide, mentor two or three other people like you who are juniors, freshers. Visualize that. That's easy, right?
Yes, sir. It's nice.
And after 5 years, you're having team which reports to you. A team of 5 people, 10 people, they report to you. It's not special, actually, it's usual. I'm not asking you to achieve, imagine something that's very fantastic or fantasy things, right? Simple. It's logic. After 5 years. Or maybe you jumped to another company with a higher pay and a more challenging job and more interesting job, maybe some opportunities on site or whatever it is. Or something that gives you more satisfaction, good working conditions. Some XYZ, you don't know the name of the company. But is it easy or difficult to just visualize? Casa Prama. How is you feeling? Do you get goosebumps when you visualize?
Yes, sir.
And you get
Yes.
motivated?
Mm.
Now, Shweta,
Yes.
imagine after 5 years, you are actually sitting in Delhi. You are sitting in South Block. You know what South Block is? North
No,
Block and
sir.
South Block. There are some government ministries in the North Block, some in the South Block, and I may be wrong, I may be right. South Block is where some of this, like all this foreign ministry, foreign affairs ministry, and many of these things are. For example, all the bureaucrats and everyone they sit. Visualize you're sitting for 5 years, 6 years, and someone comes and say, and this thing, and for example, you're sitting at a desk. There's a nameplate. Same as Shweta, for example, and your surname and everything is written junior diplomat or for junior diplomat foreign corps. CORPS, no, foreign core, it's written, or special secretary to Minister of Foreign Affairs, for example, something. You got your own cabin, and then laptops, and then, for example, all, and there is a person who is specially there to help you, and all those, and you have two or three phones there, and there's a person to help you with all those, and then you're getting calls, and then you're visualizing somebody comes and says, hey, ma'am, at 2 o'clock you got this appointment, and then suddenly you say, no, 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 2 o'clock I have got a meeting with the external affairs minister. Sorry, ma'am, can you make it at 4? No, no, actually from there I'm going to for a special meeting with the prime minister, because we have, imagine, visualize, maybe not after 5 years, maybe after 10 years. Just visualize, Casa Parama, just visualize. How is the feeling?
Yeah, it will be so pleasant, and I'll get motivated to study.
ம். அதெல்லாம் என்ன பெரிய இது, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் அந்த மாதிரி லைக் தட் யூ திங்க் ஆல்சோ இது இட்ஸ் தேர், பட் யூ கேன் திங்க், பட் திஸ் இஸ் விஷுவலைசேஷன். பேசிக்கலி the future is yet unwritten. It's not yet written. So you, it's a clean slate. You're going to write. Why
Yes.
don't you write it?
Yeah, sure.
Hmm? Yeah. Second. One second. Noting down something. So this is basically what you do. So Ram, is this clear? Did it answer your question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, when you are making the SOAR approach, the result is not just some fantasy visualization. It is what you also want to do, where you want to be. Aspiration and result are related. Aspiration is what you want to be, where you want to be, and all those. Result, if that happens, future state, how will it be? For example, how is it? It's very concrete. Aspiration, I want to become the world's most renowned expert in power electronics. But result should be more concrete. After 2 years, I'll be like this. After 5 years in this company, for example, you don't have to name the company. Like this, like this. Try. There are many ways to do it. There's no one way to do it. Clear? So do this. We can review that in the next sessions. Any questions or comments or any clarifications, anything?
No, sir.
Hmm? Good. So now, can we do a mock interview?
Yes.
Who wants to volunteer? Maybe two people we will do. We have half an hour, so we can take two people at least. So which two people? Which of two of you volunteer?
Sir, I am ready.
Okay, who else? Can we do it with Vishali? You are very quiet. At least Tarun is smiling. Hey Tarun, your first name is Tarun or Adit?
Sir, first name is Tarun, sir.
You're thinking.
No, sir,
Ah,
I have also have an initial, sir. This is totally my name.
okay. How do we call you Tarun only, right?
Yes, sir.
For a
Anything
moment,
is
you
fine, sir.
gave a dangerous pause. Okay. Vishali, ready? Done? Yes? No?
Yeah, let's try, sir.
Let's do no trying. But why this hesitation? This is first thing.
No, sir, not hesitation. I feel so tired, sir, today.
Tired? Okay, fine. If that is the case, it's fine. But always you should be enthusiastic and you're thinking too much, probably. We'll do it with Ram first. Okay? So that you can
Yes, sir.
observe and then we can. So, first thing in interview, see, sometimes campus interviews are all face to face. But imagine you're also doing an online interview with video or something. First, setup. And second, I write it down. So, you should first, in any For example, video conference or interviews, right? Virtual interviews, always go on video, and the background and atmosphere all should be good. Ideally, preferably a plain background, a plain door or whatever it is, or not door, sorry, wall, for example, right? Plain with or without a curtain, whatever it is, a plain background. And you should also be in a place where you don't have much of disturbance, where you can inform people, please don't, I'm locking the room, please don't disturb me, or no noise, as less noise as possible and everything. And then dress properly, even if it is a virtual interview, dress properly. Proper, neat, formal dress and everything. That's very important. Comb your hair. If it is men, shave properly, like whatever you mean by shaved, whatever it is, be neatly groomed and have a fresh face. Wash your face. It's a place for everyone, men and women. Have a fresh this thing. Okay, that's really important because more than 50% of the impression is created, or first impression, 100% of first impression is created before you speak the first word. They see you first, then they hear you. There's a joke. Some people appear very brilliant before they open their mouth. After opening their mouth, wow, this is a dumb person. And somebody said the reason is simple: light travels faster than sound. So you see people first, then you hear them. But jokes apart, first impression, yeah, it's true. They'll see you first, then they hear you. Yeah. Have a smiling face. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ over but you have to smile, for example, and all those general demeanor and everything. This thing you can practice. You can practice with your friends, for example, and everything. Even for a face-to-face interview, this is true. Yeah, even for a face-to-face interview, this is very true. And now, whether it's virtual or face-to-face, always when you are prepared and everything, always start with a pleasant demeanor. It's face, visage, face, they got right. Pleasant. Walk briskly. This is common for all genders, right? Men, women, it's common. Walk briskly and confidently. You can practice. It will be like, it may be funny to hear this. Practice walking. Shoulders drooping. அப்படி இப்படி நடக்கிறது with either whatever sleepy eyes, face. வேணாம். The proper. இது See, your interview starts from the moment you are appearing there. Waiting hall இருக்கிறப்பவே they come out, they look at people and அங்க வந்து okay எனக்கு இன்னும் my alphabetical order படி பார்த்தா there are 5 people before me. ஒரு மணி நேரம் கழிச்சு தான் வரும். Let me. I've seen people do that. No, be fresh. Tension வேணாம். Have a glass of warm water. Warm water always scientific, right? It smooths or soothes your throat, for example. All these things. Take deep breaths before starting. Not sit in front of them and say, wait, wait, wait. No. Take a deep breath before you enter the interview room. All these are common things. Before any big presentation you are going to give, you do the same. College thesis presentation முன்னாடியும் this is the same things. இது வரைக்கும் சொன்னது எதுவுமே புதுசு இல்லை. காலேஜ் presentation, thesis or project presentationக்கு இதே தான் பண்ணுவோம். கரெக்டா? Do these things. Confidently practice walking. Walk in front of your friends, your parents, your brothers, sisters, whatever. Ask them to comment. Okay, wow? That confidence is something. And then, when you go there, give a smile. Give your hand. Prefer your hand. Firm handshake. Not only men, women also. Give a firm handshake. And if your hands are strong, don't crush the other person's hand. Yeah? Give a gentle but firm handshake. And not keep on shaking and எப்படா இவங்க கை விடுவாங்கன்ட்டு இல்லை. Couple of shakes, and if the other person's hand is loose, you can withdraw. Otherwise, see when the person leaves and take back. All the time, maintain eye contact. Don't look at the hands. Look at the eyes. Firm handshake. Practice. நான் சொல்ற ஒவ்வொன்னும் you can practice. You don't have to do it for the first ever time at the interview. Practice with your friends, parents, brothers, sister, professors, whatever. Yeah? Firm handshake. And hello, sir. If you don't know the names, hello, sir. Hello, ma'am. I am. I am Ram. Sometimes you can say your full name with your surname and everything. Or you want to say only your first name, Tarun Adit, or only Tarun. You can call me. Hello, sir. I am Tarun Adit. Please call me Tarun. That always the technique is reduce the gap or distance mentally between you and the interviewer. Try getting close. There are occasions the interviewers may not like it, it may work against you, but more often than not, it helps. At the end of the day, they are human beings too, like you. Correct? When do you get results with someone, positive results, when the other person connects with you mentally or emotionally? And one of the ways to connect is giving a smile, giving a warm and firm handshake, maintaining eye contact. Hello, sir. I am Tarun Adit. You may call me Tarun. That itself, first name, calling name. அதுக்குன்னு வீட்டில் செல்லமா என்ன பப்பு குட்டின்னு கூப்பிடுவாங்க. You can call me பப்பு குட்டி. No. But I am Tarun. You may call me Tarun or I am Tarun Adit. Say the full name. You may call me Tarun. Sometimes they will say take a seat or you can say may I take a seat. Ask. If they don't say that, ask may I take a seat. Take a seat. Like this. Sit. Not like this. Don't lean forward. Don't keep fidgeting like this. Pen. Tuck, 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 tuck. Pack it like I would, Free hand. Some of the times you may have sweaty palms. Kerchief. எடுத்துக்கோங்க உள்ள நுழையறதுக்கு முன்னாடி கர்ச்சீஃப். Nobody likes giving shake hand, right? To a sweaty palm. And do that. And you sit. See, what I'm saying is not comprehensive. There are more things, but the most common things I'm telling you. There will be other things you can Google and find out. But okay, and sit straight. அதுக்குன்னு ஒவ்வொரு ஃபேமாக அப்படியே நான் டுவன் செட் டோன்ட் இது பண்ணாதீங்க சிட் லைக் திஸ் டசன்ட் மீன் யூ நாட் கோயிங் தர் ஃபார் அ மிலிட்ரி டெஸ்ட் ஆர் போலீஸ் செலெக்ஷனுக்கு போல கேஷுவலி. But what is casual? The definition changes. That is why practice, practice sitting on a chair. And sometimes the chairs will lean back. It will, to show that they're relaxed. I've seen one person in an interview, chair இந்த மாதிரி தான் ஹோட்டலில் நடந்துச்சு. ஹோட்டலில் வந்து they give இந்த மாதிரி folding, rotating chair. Person sat, he wanted to do like this, and the chair went like this and he fell down. So, these are things. It's fine. So, firm and make yourself comfortable. And keep your hands. I'm going to do like this. Keep your hands. Okay. And wait. Wait for the other person to start. Because if you start talking, people get put off. So, usually they will ask mostly, hey, say something about yourself and everything. Don't worry about time. Don't worry about whether the person will cut you off. They may cut you off if you're too long. But since you are now preparing, you have come prepared. You know 2 நிமிஷத்துக்கு என்கிட்ட பேசுறதுக்கு இருக்கு. 2 minutes. I also know if I'm cut off after 20 or 30 seconds, I would have already said the most important things. So confidently speak. That also, I know you are going to practice with a timer, with a mirror in front of you. Somebody recording, or you are doing a selfie recording, video recording. You're playing back. You're getting reviewed by everyone. So far, so good. இதுல ஏதாவது ஸ்ட்ரேஞ்சா தெரிஞ்சுச்சு, ஆடா, நத்திங், ரைட்? எவ்ரிதிங் இஸ் நார்மல். என்ன ஒரே ஒரு இது, சம் ஆஃப் த திங்ஸ் யூ மே நாட் டூ இன் யுவர் ரியல் லைஃப். ஒரு சேர்ல ஃபர்மா உட்கார்றது, வித்தவுட் ஃபிட்ஜெட்டிங் இது பண்ணுறது, அண்ட் பார்த்தோன்னே யுவர் ஐஸ் ஷுட் ஸ்மைல், நாட் ஒன்லி யுவர் லிப்ஸ். கேன் யூ see this? மிஸ்டர் பீன் மாதிரி பண்ணக்கூடாது. அண்ட் ஃபேக் ஸ்மைல். Yeah. Some of these things, some people need to practice. What comes naturally for one person may not come naturally for the other person. Right? Practice. கிண்டல் பண்ணுவாங்க சுத்தி இருக்கிறவங்க. For example, if your family or friends are around you now in this video call and you try doing this, they will laugh at you. Let them laugh. The difference is they will laugh. You will move forward. You will progress. People who laugh will continue laughing. People who get laughed at, they progress and they succeed. So practice these things. Now, nothing is new. Now, during the interview, if someone or if something is asked, you don't know the answer, there are various ways you can handle it. Of course, there are questions where there is no firm answer, right or wrong answer. They may ask, what do you think about the current? What do you think about your triple E, right? What do you think about the value for triple E now? There's no right or wrong answer. They're asking your opinion. You don't have to agree with their opinion and vice versa. Correct? Some questions. What is the minimum sampling frequency for Nyquist rate? What's the answer? What is Nyquist rate? Guys, you're all electronics guys. Triple or ECE. Nyquist rate தெரியும்ல? What is Nyquist rate? I think the video is stuck. Just a minute. So what is Nyquist rate? The sampling frequency must be at least twice that of the highest frequency signal, right? There is only one answer. The way you can give the
Yes.
answer can be different. The way you give the answer. But technically, there's only one answer. What do you think about the political situation in India? It's your opinion. So when there is your opinion, don't worry. Give your opinion, and it's never wrong to take a pause. Hence, இது வந்து மாஸ்டர் மைண்ட் அந்த குவிஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து ரேபிட் ஃபயர் ரவுண்ட் மாதிரி இல்லை. 60 செகண்ட்ல வந்து 10 கொஸ்டின் 15 கொஸ்டின் ஆன்சர் பண்ணணும் டக்கு டக்குன்ட்டு இல்லை. திங்க். அதுக்குன்னு பாஸ் அப்படியே உட்காந்துட்டே இருக்கிறது இல்லை. பட் திங்க். இன்ஃபேக்ட் they will get a better impression of you if you give a pause before answering a question, especially questions where they ask your opinion, where there is no right or wrong answer. What are your strengths and weakness or challenging? Can you give an example of a time in your life where you faced a challenging situation? For example, your proposal or your suggestion was not accepted and they rejected. How did you face? You may have prepared for such a question, you may not have. Even if you're prepared, don't jump. I know, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I practiced this question. Correct. No. Give a pause. 5 seconds maximum. 5 seconds is decent time, especially for such questions. What is 3 plus 3? அதுக்கு 5 seconds எடுத்தீங்கன்னா out. But such questions you can take 5 seconds. It's decent enough. It adds respect for you. Right? Impression goes well. Or if you don't understand the question, hey, I did not understand the question. Can you please repeat? They will repeat. Nothing wrong. And if you don't know the answer for a black and white question, what is 4 plus 4? You generally don't know 4 plus 4. Sorry, sir. I don't know. இது ஒரு எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம். பட்டுன்னு சொல்றது I don't know. இன்னொரு extreme faking the answer. 4 plus 4 is 9. Maintain a balance. Make an attempt to answer the question. People like candidates who attempt rather than people who give up or who fake. Sometimes they'll help you. 4 plus 4. Can you take your right hand and put four fingers? Can you take your left hand and four fingers? Can you count? One, two, three, four. Four in the mind, four in the finger, four after, five, six, seven, eight, eight. They may guide you. I'm just giving a silly example, but sometimes. So, always take your time, take a deep breath, think before answering a question. Don't overthink. And sometimes, genuinely, you don't know the answer, you can't. But for opinion questions, don't say, I don't have an answer. Okay? And trapping questions and all over. You say, what's one of your strengths? You say, my strength is patience. உடனே they may ask எடக்கு மடக்கா கேட்குற மாதிரி, for example. Wow. But in our kind of industry, the nature of our projects, right? We don't have time. We have a very short turnaround time, and we cannot rely on patience. You must always be doing tuck tuck tuck. So actually, your strength, what you say as your strength, patience may not work well. You may not be a fit in our company. Went it like a stress interview. Don't panic. ஐயோ இவ்வளோ ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணது ஃபுல்லாக போயிடுச்சு நோ டேக் அ டீப் பிரெத் give 3 seconds to 5 seconds அதுக்கும் ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணணும் ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரென்த்துக்கும் வாட் இஸ் த ஃப்ளிப் சைடு ஒரு வீக்னஸுக்கும் வாட் இஸ் த ஃப்ளிப் சைடு ஃப்ளாப் சைடு அண்ட் ஃப்ளிப் சைடு வாட் எவர் ஸோ ஒரு ஸ்ட்ரென்த்துக்கும் தட் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் இஃப் இட் இஸ் நாட் ஃபிட்டிங் வித் த டீம் ஸ்டில் ஹவு கேன் யூ லெவரேஜ் யுவர் ஸ்ட்ரென்த் தட்ஸ் வேர் ஆப்பர்ச்சுனிட்டி கம்ஸ் இந்த ஸ்ட்ரென்த்தை வச்சு நான் என்ன பண்ணியிருக்கேன் அதே மாதிரி ஒரு வீக்னஸுக்கும் இந்த வீக்னஸ் வந்து கேன் பிகம் அ த்ரெட் பட் ஸ்டில் அந்த வீக்னஸ் வி டிஸ்கஸ் தட் ரைட் ஈவன் அ வீக்னஸ் கேன் பி பாசிட்டிவ் சம்டைம்ஸ் ஒன் ஆஃப் யுவர் வீக்னஸஸ் இஸ் யூ ஆர் வெரி இம்பேஷண்ட் ஐ am very impatient wow you know what in our team and all we cannot have you because you are very impatient and you will not be a good team member no my weakness though it is my impatience even though it's a weakness it has helped me sometimes I make decisions that others are afraid or they hesitate to make, and it has helped me. Can you give an example? In our area, for example, you're all students with zero work experience, so you can give a life experience. In our area, for example, there was a street light that was not working, and we waited for 2 days, and it looked like nobody wanted to correct it. I was very impatient. After 2 days, I went myself to the local corporation office, a municipality office, panchayat office, whatever it is, and I told them, and it got repaired. And this is where my impatience helped me. So, ஒரு strengthக்கும் they may trap you. That strength may be actually the weakness for the team. ஒரு weaknessக்கும், oh, sorry, you will not be a fit. And if you, you cannot literally or basically you cannot prepare for every single situation and this thing so there will be lots of situations where they don't where you cannot be prepared and you are not prepared it's okay take 5 minutes think you so 5 seconds sorry take 5 seconds you will find an answer something and there's nothing called bluffing as far as opinion based questions come. Unless the question is 1 plus 1 is 2 kind of questions or technical questions like we discussed, Nyquist rate or what is acceptable say voltage levels for something blah 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 some where there is a clear factual questions right other than factual questions for behavioral questions there's no right or wrong answer pick something. Many of these things I tell you now may not be applicable for campus interviews because they know you're all students still you don't have any work experience your questions in interview campus interview or internship interviews may be mostly factual they will test more of your technical knowledge many times you may not even have a behavioral round இருக்கிறது ஒரே only one round they will be having for you after the test, written test. If you're selected, if you performed well, they'll call for one round of interview. Avalada. Mostly it's technical. It's okay. These behavioral things, right? Dressing well, grooming yourself well, walking in confidently, looking into the eyes, smiling, always maintaining the smile, always maintaining eye contact, not having a sweaty palm, shaking your hands firmly, smiling and sitting straight, and all this not fidgeting around with your hands. It applies to every situation. I may have missed a few things. When I remember, I can actually, we can discuss in our next sessions. These are the basic things. I am recording this session. I will share these things with you again. You can play around, you can play this back. Those who could not join today, they can view this. And we want to do a mock, right? That's where we started all these things. Let's have a quick 2 to 3 minute mock for two people, for Ramsundar and Vishali. Vishali, we'll start with you. Okay,
Yes, sir.
you're not smiling. We just discussed. You are very tense.
Sir, you're not audible, sir.
You look tense.
No,
You're not
sir.
smiling. Now you're over smiling.
Sir, this is my smile, sir.
This is your smile. Then you must try to adapt.
Yeah, okay, sir.
No, just I'm giving you suggestions. I know I'm giving too much of, I'm commenting a lot, but example I'm giving. Yeah. What's your natural smile?
This is
All right. All right. No problem. Vishali, in our company, basically, we have a pretty relaxed work culture. And usually we are very bonded. The teams are all very bonded. And imagine a situation where one of the days we want to go out for lunch and you are a vegetarian and everyone insists that they go for a hardcore non-vegetarian hotel and you've never been to a non-vegetarian hotel and you don't like going to a non-vegetarian hotel even though you eat vegetarian in that hotel. So have you faced such a situation, a similar situation in your life? If so, how did you handle it? Or if not, how will you handle it?
no, sir. I never been in that situation. But at some point, I don't like to join with my friends for a non-veg restaurant. So at that moment, I just leave this, sir.
You will leave?
Yes, sir. I will leave from this, sir.
You will leave from the company?
Not, sir, for the lunch.
But it's a team lunch. There are 20 people, 19 of them are going, and some of those 19 people are all pure vegetarians like you. You're all going.
Then I would try to join with them, sir.
You'll simply join. That shows that you're a very meek person. That means if I am your manager, I can force you so many things actually, force you to do many things. In fact, you don't like working on Saturdays, Sundays. 19 people don't want to work. I will not ask them, I'll ask you. Are you so meek? Don't you have a voice? Are you not assertive? You don't know what you want, right? You cannot articulate what you like. That's going to be very bad because sooner or later you'll be talking to the customers. And customers are very, very blunt. They find even a small weakness. They know that this person accepts things just like that. They will force you to do things. You cannot do that because you'll be representing our company. I don't think you'll be a good fit for the team, Vishali. Sorry.
Sure, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Fine. Okay, Ram. We will come back to Vishali some other time. Ram,
Sir, I
uh, What is what what are your fears? What is the most fearsome situation that you have faced? And can you talk about it in the recent last 1 or 2 years?
the the fear I faced that when I failed in many two, three subject in sir, then I couldn't accept myself that I failed 2 to 3 subjects at a time. So I came back to my table and I cried a lot. And I accept the situation. And through the process, I accept the challenge. And next time, I cleared all 3 papers at the time. So
Okay.
I faced my fear, challenged my fear, and processed through that, and got the result from that.
Was there any situation where you cried recently?
So recently, uh, I cried a lot when my uncle died. Sir.
Okay, those are life situations. Was there any professional situation in your studies, for example? Since you don't have work experience, I'm asking about your studies. Was there any situation from your studies where you felt like crying, if not cried?
Sir, actually, there is a situation that uh, uh, during the first year of my college, I couldn't. Uh, yeah, I was in a COVID situation. Like in 12th, I didn't prepare for my 12th exam, sir. So I take it. Take that as a easy process, and I faced many difficulties while coming to the college, sir. By doing max, I never didn't for 1 year, and I
Okay. Now, that means you're a
quite
person who
time.
that means you're a person who cries a lot, right? So that means when you join the job and if some tough situation is given to you or you face some situation, we can expect you to cry, right?
No, sir. I am whenever the sensitive situation, I will never. I never. I mm,
Okay. See, the questions will not
sir,
be so tough.
that doesn't mean I am not.
No, 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 no,
Okay, sir.
Ram,
Sir,
no
I will try
problem.
to answer.
No, okay, answer. Hmm.
Sir, that doesn't mean that that's my weakness, right, sir? Yeah, so that can be my that can turn as my strength. So I can build up my confidence and come back very perfectly to do that work. So I could crack the work.
No issues. Ram, fair enough. See, you will not be asked such questions in almost any interview. No, definitely not in campus interview. The reason I asked these things is to see how you think on your feet. Campus interviewக்கு இது வந்து ஓவர் சீனுவாங்க இவ்வளோ இது இருக்காது. So, but don't worry, I'm not trying to demotivate you. I'm just saying we are not preparing. I told
Okay,
you, I'm not preparing you for interviews alone. We are getting prepared to be industry
okay,
ready,
sir.
not interview ready. Right? So, one thing, Ram,
Okay,
a
sir.
very specific feedback, and if others have this same challenge, please work on that. First of all, Ram, two things I saw. Your communication skills, you have to improve. It is both
Yes,
your
sir.
English and
Okay,
general communication skills. You are the way you
okay,
frame your sentences, the way you articulate, how you form sentences, your frequency, your flow, smooth flow, and of course your English. You have to improve. Butler English மாதிரி இருக்கு. Sorry, it's a very
okay, sir.
harsh statement, but Butler English மாதிரி இருக்கு கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம். And I'm not saying
Okay,
English இருந்தாதான்
okay,
some
sir.
people will ask, English is important. And yes, English is important, Ram. All of you, I'm telling you. In today's
Okay, sir.
age, English
Okay,
is important, and sometimes it does create an impression. Your English grammar can be bad. வாஸுக்கு பதிலா இஸ் போடலாம், ப்ளூரலுக்கு பதிலா சிங்குலர் போடலாம். ஐ ஹேவ் கான்னு சொல்றதுக்கு பதிலா ஐ ஹேவ் வென்ட்ன்னு சொல்லலாம். அதெல்லாம் பரவாயில்ல. பட் கொஞ்சம் திக்கறது, திணறது இதெல்லாம் தான் ஐம் ஜஸ்ட் லுக்கிங் அட். அண்ட் ஐ சீ தட் இட் இஸ் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் இங்கிலீஷ் அண்ட் நாட் பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் யுவர் ஜென்ரல். தமிழ்ல வந்து யூ ஆர் ஸ்மூத் எனஃப். ஸோ தட் மீன்ஸ் யூ ஹேவ் டு பிராக்டிஸ் அண்ட் ஒர்க் ஆன் இட், ராம். This is a simple feedback I will give you. And
Okay,
if
sir.
others have this challenge, please work on others also. Yeah, please. But you got a gist of what the expectations are, right? Maybe very quickly we
Mm.
can close this by having Tarun and Shweta also very short thing. Tarun, you are now in your third year, right?
Yes, sir.
What are your plans to do for your final year project? Which area do you want to do?
Sir, I am interested in electric mobility, sir, which is electric vehicles and also railways. So I would be interested to pursue any project in that field, sir.
Where do you plan to do this? At your college itself or in a company? What do you want?
It would be better if I am able to do that in any company. I will look for it, sir. I am going to search for some companies.
Okay,
If
you
it
are
is
not at
available,
searched?
no, sir, I haven't started it yet, sir.
Okay,
And if it is possible, I will take it up there, or else I'll have to figure it out in some ways to do it myself.
beautiful. Before the actual campus interview or something, research which companies and find
Yes,
it. Yeah, beautiful.
yes.
Shweta,
Thank you.
what do you want to do after your bachelor's? I know, okay, one thing.
Yes, sir.
If you say you want to do UPSC and you're attending a campus interview, it's going to be trouble.
Yes, sir.
You understand,
Definitely.
right? So let me rephrase the question. I was about to ask you about that. Let me rephrase the question.
Sure.
Uh, Shweta, who is the biggest inspiration in your life and why?
Sir, who is the biggest?
Inspiration in your life and why is that person your biggest inspiration?
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Can you hear
Shweta.
me?
Now you're back.
Whenever
Yes.
you just ask me a question, the network gets off, sir.
So I'll
Can you
repeat the
hear me?
question. Yes, who
Yeah,
is the
please.
biggest inspiration in your life and why is that person your biggest inspiration? Such questions can
Mm,
come in campus interview. No, these are questions with no right or wrong answers, your answer. And this will be just maybe icebreakers to make you, if you're tense, if we find that you are tense, to relax you or to understand what kind of a person you are, casual things, catch you in your natural, this thing. Yeah. So, Shweta.
okay, sir. My biggest inspiration is my mom. I have already mentioned this in the MC audition as well, sir. Because she used to do 1,000 things in a day, but she never felt tired or she never just show her emotions outside. She just be so calm and she will be smiling at us whenever we are so tired or we are so felt low. I have uh, grown up watching her doing all the things very sincerely and also with the dedication, sir. So I say my mom is my biggest inspiration. She always stand brave at every point of time, and she stood as a pillar of our family. So will go. I will say that my mom is my inspiration.
Beautiful. Thanks for your answer. One tip. Sometimes the topic they ask you may excite you. Like, I can see that you're very excited to talk about your mom. It could be about your favorite subject, about your passion. Be
Yeah.
very careful. Don't over communicate.
Okay.
Two problems. You may get trapped of
Okay.
some word that you're saying, some sentence you're saying that may lead to a follow-up question. You may be trapped. The danger
Okay.
is there. It's very real. Second, you will come across as someone who does not know when to stop. So practice what you will say, even if it's a subject, especially for topics that you're very passionate about. Practice
Sure, sir.
as much as you're practicing for topics that you are not comfortable about.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure, sir.
So good. So assignment is do a SOAR analysis, share it, and we can discuss it in your next sessions. And Shweta, I think okay, this is not for this interview prep sessions. We'll discuss separately. So good. Any other questions before we close? But was it useful this session so far? Did you learn something new
Yes,
you did not
sir.
know earlier?
Yes, sir. It was. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And any questions, put it on the WhatsApp group and we can discuss this. Yeah. I will stop
Sir,
the
could you
recording.
share the links of the
I
previous sessions?
I will share. Did I record the previous session also?
Yes, sir. We had it recorded, but still
I
we
will
didn't
share.
send
I
it.
will share. Just a minute. I will
Yes.
stop this recording. 1 second. Thanks.